And then what? What is going to happen afterwards? Are we going to make it? How is our lives going to be afterwards if we make it? So many people are getting sick, so many people are losing their lives. These and similar comments I hear every day, we hear every day. And to these comments, I want today's discussion to answer. Hello? This is Coffee Break with Ninita, a daily meeting where we virtually get together and discuss and share thoughts, feelings, ideas, trying to understand and get inspired and develop hope that is what we need to go forward. My answer to this question, are we going to make it? Is of course we are going to make it. And I'm very confident about it. Some of us have found no need to develop into their faith up to this point because life today is very comfortable up to the coronavirus, more or less. We don't have everything, but pretty much we have something that we can lean on. We have our lifestyles, whichever way our lifestyles are. We have our lifestyles, we have had our lifestyles up to today, up to the point when the coronavirus developed. Our lifestyles today are not the same. We're sort of experiencing tremendous changes that pretty much bring chaos into our mind, and we fall into survival mode. And then our thoughts and feelings, affected by those changes that impact us, of the uncertainty and the unknown of the future, our thoughts and feelings start developing assumptions and theories that eventually we start believing, that eventually we start acting out according to these assumptions we believe, and either treat others with almost hostility and anger, and we feel very despair and depressed. The Christian faith, and I'm going to use as a model the Orthodox Christian faith, for 2,000 years now is applying this kind of periods different than the rest of the year, a couple of times during the year, where we do without. Clearly our lifestyles change, where we start fasting and bringing our lifestyles into much simpler way of living, while at the same time we increase our reaching out and helping others behavior. It is called Lent. And this is very comfortable in the lives of the Orthodox Christians because it is part of their faith. So it is given, and it lasts 40 days, and then we go back into living our lives the normal way we did before Lent. Interesting enough, Orthodox Christians treat that period, that coronavirus epidemic, like Lent, where they do with less, increase their attendance in church services, reach out and help others, anticipating the end of the Lent when it is the glorification of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. That is the formula that nowadays Christians use to deal with this period. We're using the Great Lent formula. Interesting enough, according to the Christian calendar, the ecclesiastical calendar, the Lent, that it is part of the faith, and the new kind of Lent, that it is result of the coronavirus, are happening at the same time, which makes it even easier. Now, this formula is an integrated part of a Christian's life from the moment that becomes Christian, whether through birth or through joining the church along the way in his or her life. And I want to point out that it is through these kinds of times where we realize the true value, meaning, and validity of the existence of God. We have lived a blessed life where we don't have many needs that we cannot handle. So no wonder why we sort of drifted away from having faith, believing, and living life according to this faith. We have no need for it until the coronavirus epidemic starts happening, or the tsunamis, or the hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes. These are the moments that the chaos that these events create cannot be handled by man, but only by something above and beyond man. And what man is called to do is very simple. Learn how to endure it until, by the grace of God, it reaches the end of the event, not of your life. So your life, my life, our lives will return back to normal again. A new normal, a better normal, a normal that will be wiser, because life experiences do make us wiser, do not destroy us, when we learn how to endure them. So, what is going to happen after this catastrophic pandemic? Events are going to follow that will bring life back in order and correct and repair by creating a new life and take the place where the old life was. When I'm saying new life, I'm not talking about something that you see in science fiction. I'm talking about having a new perspective, a new way of looking at things, valuing things that will make our eyes look at all that it was before from a new angle. That's what I mean, a new life. We are going to be newer in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our attitudes, in our values. But in order to become that new person, we have to learn not to panic, but instead to endure times when events happen that destroy our order and bring chaos. So, my suggestion through this talk is look every day, the day, and challenge yourself not to be absorbed and consumed in the darkness the information gives you. Resist. Consider the possibility of reaching out to faith that suggests that all this is part of the journey, not the journey itself. Faith in God, who is above the coronavirus. Faith in God that He has timeline different than yours and mine. A God that we don't understand, but He has our best interest. A kind of God that will not make the coronavirus and the financial disaster that we all fear that will follow the end of the story, but just a part of the story with a good ending, where you and me will look back and say, that was terrible, that was crazy, look up and say, thank God, we are okay. Until we meet tomorrow, have a blessed day. God bless you.